Welcome back, everybody. I'm out here at Hilton Head Island in South Carolina. I brought my good old AT Max to see how it's going to hold up and see if we can find some perhaps some gold and silver, different jewelry, whatever. You never know what you're going to find. Last year we got a couple gold rings. We'll see if we can top that this year. And my first find of Hilton Head is a hermit crab and some barnacles. Just noticing these barnacles are actually doing barnacle things. Look at that. So night one, I didn't even start detecting yet. I do that in the dark. But my daughter found 2 pairs of sunglasses. One's a South Pole. I don't know if that's a good brand. And then she also found this earring. It looks like it's plated and it has some of these things. We'll have a closer look. Well, I'm catching up to my daughter. Giorgio Armani. I don't know if I've ever heard of that person. Second pair. I just caught up to her. My sister, who is also with us, just found a surface find. Is it a Lincoln Memorial? Yeah, 1960s. So this is how I set up my machine, my Garrett AT Max. I got my sensitivity right here, set all the way to max. I have my iron discrimination, which is right here. You could take it all the way up and go even into these notch discriminations, but I keep it set at 43. I may miss a tiny little gold earring or something with the iron discrimination up that high, but that's just how I do it. And of course we're in zero mode. Always ground balance, so you hit the shift and then you bounce the thing up and down like this, and then it'll ground balance it. Here, it ground balanced at 67, and down by the water, it usually ground balances at about, I don't know, maybe 13, somewhere in that range. So the AT Max isn't really designed for saltwater hunting, but it could be used for it. It's not a multi-frequency machine. So what that means is every time you change environments from the dry sand to the wet sand in the water, you got to ground balance it. If you do that, then you're just fine. If it's a little jittery, you could just take the sensitivity and bump it down a few. So you'll notice that I'm hunting with a red light. On Hilton Head, they got the sea turtles. They say if you use the bright white light, that the turtles get confused and they head the other way instead of towards the ocean. So that's why I'm using this red light. Now I'm going to show you some stuff here. We're going to scan a little bit. Here's a coherent signal. That's a solid 53. I could almost tell beyond the shadow of a doubt that that is a pull tab. We'll wave over it to see how big it is. That is pull tab size, so let's live dig it. AT Pro. Okay. And that's how it works. I dig every single midtone because they sound a lot like gold, so you gotta dig them all. Looks like another pair of glasses, maybe somebody's readers. All right, here's my first decent signal. It was a solid 70. It looks like a ring. It is a ring. I've been fooled by these before. That could be real. If it is real, that's one of the best rings I've found. Yesterday on day one, the night we got into Hilton Head, I didn't find anything. I mean, I found a pair of reading glasses, so I needed a little bit of a boost, and we're gonna keep hunting and see what else we can find. Okay, got something here. Looks like an earring. Okay. I don't know what that's gonna be. I'll have to take a closer look at it. Well, that's the biggest hermit crab I ever seen on Hilton Head. Look at this guy. Is this somebody's escaped pet? I mean, the shell doesn't look like a typical Hilton Head shell, but of course there's not a lot of shells on Hilton Head. Well, go ahead and go back where you came from, little guy. Here's a pretty nice sounding mid-tone, 66, 67. Let's try this out. Do a live dig on this. It's a bottle cap. I think my sister would very much like this shell right here. Somebody was probably out there pretty far, found this, and put it in their little sandcastle. Just found this. It was ringing up in the mid-40s. Has some detail on it. Not sure what this is. Well, somebody was celebrating the 4th of July. Not jumping. That's odd. We drove to Fish Hole Beach. It's a natural beach where you and your family can find many hermit crabs and creatures.
Look at his claw, close to your thumb.
Have you had enough of that creature yet? Its eye stalks are looking at you. Is there anybody home? Yep, he's in there. Is there anybody home? Yep, he's in there. Well, there's certainly no shortage of shells on Fish Hole Beach at Hilton Head, but if you're looking to collect, they all have creatures. Okay, this is a bunch of shells together with a hermit crab. Flip that over to show the other side. They will find anything they could fit into.
Make their own home.
He's crabbing on me.
I'm gonna set him back down.
Let's flip him into the sun. That's a really nice looking shell. Is he in there? Yeah, he's in there. If you're ever at Hilton Head, go to Fish Hole Beach. And there are hermit crabs everywhere. Okay, this shell is orange. Orange is red, and this would be a nice one. I feel movement. Yeah. All right, little guys walking all over amongst whatever these. There's a different kind of crab right there, and he's gone. So these tiny little hermit crabs They're all over the place. You could barely walk without stepping on them. Here's a bigger type of crab. I'm not a crab expert. Can you tell me what that is? Maybe a blue crab, but it's not really blue, but it has blue. Here is an absolutely ravaged horseshoe crab.
Hold this.
This is what appears to be a territorial dispute between two male hermit crabs. If I'm not right, it's because I'm not a crab expert. I just film them. But that indeed looks like what's going on. Let's see what happens if I get in close here. They're too occupied with their own battle. That one thinks he won. Well, if he's the bravest one to stay out here when I'm approaching him, maybe he deserves to win. Now back to South Forest Beach. And she just found a rather large snail. Look at that. I wouldn't put your foot there. Sunglasses. All right. First sand dollar. Is he alive? Usually when they have color they are. But if you look at the bottom and these little hairy things start moving around, yeah, look, there they go. They're starting to move. This guy's alive. I'm gonna put him back. Okay, here's my minnow catching technique. I sit in a chair where the water's about maybe 4 inches deep. All I need is a net. I kick a little hole in the sand, like this, stirring up the sediment. The little fish like to come and see what this stuff is. Then, when the wave's curling right over where the hole is, I swoop in. The wave curling obstructs their view and gives me a clear shot to catch something. So we got that going on. We'll wait for a wave to curl. There it is. And nothing. We'll give it another shot. And there's a little one right there. Sometimes you get more. If this was a doomsday scenario and you had a minnow net, you could sit out here and catch hundreds of these fish and eat like sardines. There we go. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Ah, he's dead. Dead. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this stinky little critter in the bottom of my hole, and then things will come in to eat it. With a dead crab bait. Let's see what we get. Ah, dang it. There we go. There we go. Just like the fish in the Cuyahoga River a video or two ago, I said stir up the sediment and they come right to you. They like to see what's in there. There we go. There's a bigger one.
We're gonna bake.
What are these, by the way? Does anyone out there know? And there he is. Almost every net, an abundance of fish for consumption. Whoa, here we go. Yeah, that's the key. Show this thing. Anyone know what kind of fish that is? Here's something different. There's a couple. Maybe they're coming in on the waves. Another starfish. Go ahead and put him in the bucket with some minnows. See if they interact with each other. Another starfish. Go ahead and drop him in the bucket of creatures. Got 2 starfish and a bunch of minnows, for lack of a better term. Okay, got a bucket full of starfish and fish. We're going to take them for a ride and experiment with centrifugal force. It's the most fun these fish had, and who knows how long. It's coming out of its shell. Some kind of sea snail. We'll have to look it up in a identification booklet.
That's crazy. It's weird. It's spinning around.
And a sea snail in the bucket. So now we got sea snail, starfish, and fish.
One's so hard on
And
the
here
bottom.
is, that protects it, another type of snail. Put him in the bucket and then you can recover him.
Put the shell over.
Dad, he's not even gonna come out.
All right, now I got a starfish.
Ooh, no, I don't know what that was.
Look at that. 3 starfish in the bucket. Here's one. He doesn't look well. Oh, he's alive. Yep, you always think they're dead, but they're never dead. See, all his things are coming out. Might need some water. Where's... Give him a little water. Number 4. Starfish number 4. Yeah, he just needed water. He was beached. He was on the beach. There.
Just let them go.
Look, another one.
See some new one.
A small sand dollar. Time to head down the Savannah River in a search looking for fossils.
The shrimp and the algae they eat.
The majestic spoonbill. This island looking for shark teeth. I haven't found anything yet other than what looks to be some large fossilized bones, so we'll have a closer look at those. The high bank would be a good place to see if there's anything just sticking out, so we could check that out. Not finding a whole lot of shark teeth, actually none yet. But what we have here looks like bone structure. So if that's what these are, I got a whole pail full of fossilized bones. What are these things? A lot of them. All right, my sister found a bunch of teeth. I got all these bones or whatever that is, and this might be my last or my only one. This tiny little fossilized tooth, but at least I could say I found one. So here we go. Not bad at all for 1 hour and 20 minutes on a beach. And this kind of resembles a professional fossil collection, although I assure you that most of these items are common. In my roundup immediately after this, I do identify some items as possibly being petrified wood, but I do believe that they are dugong bones. Also, some of the rib fragments may be skull fragments from ancient prehistoric whales. What's really neat, though, is the fact that we found two Native American objects, one being a necklace pendant and the other being a nutting stone. So, here we go with the roundup. Okay, here's what we got. Here's my youngest son's. He found 4 of these, and that one being the smallest shark tooth I've ever seen. Then my daughter's, 3 teeth. This one, and I'm not an expert, but that's either a juvenile megalodon tooth that could be around an inch or a fossilized great white. It does have serrations on it, as you can see right there, but they're not terribly pronounced. But that could be a small meg tooth. The possibility does exist. Here's my oldest son's. He found a portion of a whale bone. You could tell it has a porous texture to it, and 1 shark tooth. And my wife got 4, 5, 6 shark teeth. And I'm sure there's some like sand tiger and bull shark teeth. I'm not sure which is which, but a nice little collection. Then down here, this is my sister's. She found the most shark teeth out of anybody. And some fragments of whale bones. You could see, if I flip these over, all those telltale pores in here. There you go, some whale bones. But one of the most impressive things is this stone. I don't think it's bone, but this is likely Native American jewelry, like you would have on a necklace. They bored a hole through there. You can see it from the other side. Found something very similar to this. It was a circle with a hole bored through it in the Cuyahoga River. So that's nice. And for my things, all these whale bones, this being the largest one, this is huge. Here's like the flat side, but then when you get into the inside of this, yeah, you could tell certainly that is a large fossil bone of a whale. This one here, I'm going to save that for last. We'll get back to it. A couple more bone fragments here. A piece of sea glass. And I didn't get skunked on the teeth. There is 1 shark tooth that I found, but most of the stuff I found was whale related or large marine mammal. I'm not sure what this is. It does look like bone material, but is it part of an ear bone or something like that? I don't know. Here's a very large specimen of what I believe to be a rib bone. Again, we could see that pore structure in there. Very nice Large piece here. And more ribs. Let's get that to focus. There you go. That's what you want to look for. All these are likely rib bone. There's one in here that may be petrified wood. I think that has potential to be fossilized wood. And that as well. All these other ones are rib bones to large marine mammals. Definitely these. We see the pores, which leads me to my last one right here. And my sister's the one that said, hey, that might be Native American. And I do believe she is right. It has a smooth surface here from the bone. And it's like they had this design to where it would fit in the palm of your hand. And this is what would be called a nutting stone or a grinding stone. There's several different names for it. But Native Americans would make this little pit right here. That's really the only explanation for that. And then they could pulverize and grind things in there. This one, being shaped the way it is, I could see why they picked this up. Because it's smooth here and it fit right in the palm of the hand perfectly. And then they could work that with, whatever they did with these things. So we have all these whale bones, shark teeth, 2 Native American artifacts, one here and one there. And it was just a great hunt. The total time on the beach, again, just like an hour and 20 minutes. And what a bunch of stuff. I will definitely be doing this next time we come back. Wow. Can I hold it?
Wait, it has no arms that need regenerated.
You got one?
It's got a broken
Go ahead and
arm.
pluck it out.
This leg's broken arm.
Nighttime tide pools. Now I found a starfish. Everyone's finding them.
We got 2.
Can we find another one? Oh, look at those things.
Ew.
Look at those things. Well, this was ringing up 43, 44. And it appears to be, I think they call that gem tiger eye. That's pretty nice. Probably plated if I had to guess. Huh. All right, found something. Here's the signal moving from the 60s to the 70s. It's really small. Okay. Looks like a piece of jewelry. Okay.
Are these things good yet?
Not yet.
And a shark. Yeah.
That is a heart with a little stone in it and one missing. Probably not precious metal, but it may have a maker mark. Just found a 1961 Cinco Centavos, if I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe a 5-cent piece from Mexico. And here's an English new penny. How about that? Well, the third oddball foreign coin in a row, And metal detecting's funny like that. Sometimes you find a lot of something specific for no rhyme or reason, and these weren't even next to each other. I don't even know what that says or where this is from, but I will have to research it. But yet another foreign coin. Someone must have been sprinkling foreign coins. Here's my fourth one in a row. This looks like it's England. Yep, new pence. A 2. Well, let's keep looking. What is going on here? And who is this? Now, these are all in different places, and the only explanation I could come up with is somebody wanted to make a metal detectorist's life interesting, or somebody went around this beach sprinkling foreign coins, perhaps to have a child go and find them as if they were like treasure. But I have no idea where these are from, so we're gonna have to look them up. But well, I wonder how many we're gonna find. Yet another foreign coin. That looks like Dominican Republic. And another one looking like it's from the Philippines. And again, these things are pretty much spaced out. They're not like in one area where somebody had a tent or like a beach shelter. They're all over this beach, like they were intentionally put here. Now Canada has joined the party. Come on, some of these people must be dropping rings. This can't be the only thing that's out here. And here's another one. Since I'm not familiar with these, I wonder if any of these are made out of silver. I will have to look. India has now joined the party. Well, I'm going to have a lot of stuff to research. I wonder, whoever did this, it might have been somebody that was like super rich. And they're like, how are we going to screw with these metal detectors? We'll just toss a bunch of random coins. If they're playing that game, maybe they're playing the game that they got like the grand prize out here, like a diamond ring or something, or a bar of gold. I don't know, but I'm going to keep looking. AT Max just found this tiny little metal bead with a nice solid signal about 9 inches down. Is the pinpointer here is, what is this? 8 inches. It's just below that where it came from. Very impressive. China in the house? Maybe. I do know one thing. No serious metal detectorist detected this beach today. These things are everywhere. Arab Emirates in the house. Come on, there gotta be some gold out here. You know they got some gold coins in the Arab Emirates. Let's find them. Finally, the US of A has joined the party. And here is a plated hoop earring. Well, this has a coin shape to it, but it's been in there for a long time and has a lot of crust. Perhaps I'll tumble this when I get back and see if I can figure out what it was. Fast forward to the future, I just banged all the rust off of this, or the clumping, and I don't know what to make. I don't see any surface details. Okay, here it is. That's as clean as I am willing to get this. It seems light to me, and it just doesn't have the feel or the weight that I believe silver would be, but you never know. It could be an alloy of some sort. So we're going to chemically test this. I'm going to rub some of this on the stone here. Right now, I can tell that really something doesn't feel right about that. Although, in the light, it kind of looks like it could be. I'm anticipating this is just going to melt away with this acid. So here's the silver acid. This should turn a red to a reddish brown, or even if it's low grade, perhaps a green. Or it should just dissolve. So let's let that sit on there for a second and see what happens. Based on the chemical analysis, I don't believe this to be silver. So it's a mystery, but it illustrates one thing. Anytime you see those rusty or brown looking clumps that are like hot rocks that key off of metal detectors, take them with you and then bang them off and see what's inside of them. They have the potential to have coins or who knows what. So I'm walking around the shops and I look down, and this is my second ring of the trip based on sight. It's a little worse for wear, but it is made out of metal and it has some hearts. There's a brand new Gerber multi-tool just sitting there. Well, I found the store where the crab likely came from on the beach. Lizard.
He just jumped on me.
There's no way. These things are so agile. Those are the same kind we had as pets when we were growing up.
Just let him do what he wants to do on you. He might go on it.
He'll probably jump to the plant.
Gosh. Mom, no.
Let him go on the mom's hand. Go ahead. Push his tail so he
hopped.
you might get what you ask for when this thing crawls up to your head.
It's like a little dinosaur. Whoop, there he goes.
Let me hold him. Let me hold him. Oh yeah, I remember what it felt like when I was a kid to have these things.
I caught a lizard. I caught a lizard.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Here.
Oh my gosh, Dad, take it.
It's okay.
Your hands. Move your hair. Is it? It's on your hair.
It's on your hair.
Slipping.
That's going to be a good picture.
Out.
Mom.
Everyone has officially held this random lizard. It's getting ready to go.
Whoa. Okay.
He's gone. Looks like we're gonna get dumped on. Hopefully this clears so I could go out tonight and do some detecting. So the storm clouds continue to roll in, but we got this right here, a little window into a perfectly blue sky. Well, it's my last night here, and for the first time it was pouring down rain. So the beach is empty, so that presents me with a unique opportunity. I won't have a soul on this beach tonight. I'm gonna go one last time to the public area and see what I can find. I also traded in my Bluetooth headphones for these waterproof headphones, and we'll see how those work out. Now this was ringing up 63, 62, which was smack dab in the gold range, but this looks like junk metal to me. Let's have a look at this. It is a necklace. Yeah, some of the plating is already coming off, but there you have a necklace. Motorcycle. All right, here goes a car. Well, that's the first horseshoe crab I've seen on this beach, and he's a pretty big one. Okay, got a little something or other. Looks like a necklace charm. Don't believe that's gold, but we'll have a closer look later. Well, just pulled a ring out of this hole, and this was a 75. I don't know, I don't think it's silver. I could have a closer look at it, but that's another ring. Well, the second horseshoe crab. Looks like somebody took this one from the ocean and put it way up here. There's a sand dollar here. And I do believe this one has expired. A last day starfish. This starfish is, when you think they're dead, it's starting to move. It's moving. Even though it looked like it was dead, he's gonna have to go in the water. Last find of the trip. A Lincoln Memorial on the sidewalk. Beach cleanup time. So what did we find? We'll start with just under $7 in US currency. Then how about this motorcycle? An earring, another earring, a necklace, and this bracelet. This isn't too bad. It's got tiger eye gems, so when you move it around, it kind of I don't know, the light shines through it in different ways, so that's kind of neat. We got a 9mm shell casing from probably celebratory gunfire, a car, 5 sets of glasses, which these here are the Giorgio Armani glasses, so they were probably, I would guess, expensive when they were new, and up here in the glass it's kind of, you could see that etched in there, Giorgio Armani. So I take it those are real. We have 15 coins here representing 12 different countries. And I'll read them off to you. We got Sweden, England, Mexico, India, United Arab Emirates, China, Australia, Philippines, Canada, South Korea, Hungary, and of course, the United States. So my theory was somebody had a metal detector for their kid and sprinkled these around. None of them were close together. They were all over the place. So unusual. Or it could be just a big coincidence. Then we got these 2 pendants here. There's a butterfly, and then this one with the heart has like a little gem in it. Neither of them are precious metal. This thing here is a pin. You can see the pin right there. And I don't know, why, who would wear this or what that was supposed to be. But that's a pin for someone to wear. We got 3 rings, a basic metal ring. This junker ring that is metal from the boardwalk area. And this one wasn't too bad. This is a, come on, focus. There we go, a Pandora ring. And I looked this one up. This is stamped 925, or S925 for Pandora. That is their sterling silver. And I'm guessing these are cubic zirconias. This ring right here, it goes on their website for $115. So that's not a bad find at all. But 3 rings, and we'll induct those into the ring box in a second. What else? Okay, this. It's some kind of lanyard. Oh, I don't feel too good. I feel a little woozy. What's going on here? Maybe if I put these glasses on, that'll help. Oh man, no, I don't know. You find all kinds of things on the beach. So that's it for the beach, but let me show you this. Just to find this stuff here, look at all the trash that you have to dig. Like these tiny little pieces of foil, that sometimes sounds like a high carat small gold ring. These pop top, or what some people call pull tabs, more accurate to call it a pop top. These things, and there's over 200 of them in here, easy. They sound like 14 karat gold wedding bands. These, they don't sound good at all. The bottle caps, they give like a high tone that bounces back and forth. I don't know why I dig them, but I do anyway. I dig everything, and that's how I find stuff. Now, last year, I found a couple gold rings, which was nice, which leads me to the rings. These 3 rings, and I'll induct them in the box, make 120 rings in my ring box. I think that during our fossil hunt, that really piqued my interest, and I think I might want to cash in my gold when gold is at like $2,400, almost $2,500 an ounce, and I might buy something related. So that'll be a video later. So let's get these rings into the ring box. Before the ring box, don't want to forget about my new Gerber multi-tool, a $55 value based off their website, found on the boardwalk, just sitting there. Okay, here we go in order of how they were found. We got the Pandora ring, that goes there. We got the boardwalk metal ring, that goes there. And we got just that basic metal finger ring, that goes there. So each row has 10. That means I have 120. But next time we see this, some of these are going to be missing because I'm going to be cashing in the gold. And I'm going to always remember I found them. I'll put a little placeholder in there that says that a ring was found, like maybe a little thing to indicate that. So we can continue counting how many rings we found, but it will also indicate sold. And it's definitely going to be fossil related, and I can't wait to share with you what I'm going to do. So I hope you enjoyed all the adventures in this video, if you stuck around for it all. And until next time, happy hunting, everybody.